Good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is the legend of Jhonny Morocho. El Gallo de la Catedral. El Gallo de la Catedral is a legend from Ecuador. It's a legend from Ecuador. They say that a long time ago there lived in the city of Quito Don Ramon Ayala and Sandoval. He was a respected and rich landowner who loved the nightlife. Every night he meets with his close friends with whom he shared a large number of glasses of liquor. Don Ramons liked to play the guitar while drinking with his friends during his parandas. He sang along with his companions many songs from the traditional repertoire of popular music. It was said that the rich landowner was in love with a graceful young woman named Mariana, who stood more than a scene from him and who lived a short distance from his house. It was said that the rich landowner was in love with a graceful young woman named Marianne, who stole more than one thing from him and who lived a short distance from his house. And he boasted about his 40 years of bachelorhood, his hacienda, and his last name. He would get up at 6 a.m. and then put his poncho and start breakfast with roasted pork loin, potatoes, a couple of fried eggs, a cup of chocolate, frothy egg, bread, and a dripping cayenne cheese. He would go to the library and enjoy the memory of these ancestors. Then he would go to his bedroom to take a comfortable nap. Later he would get to take a breath, have a massage with perfumed water, get dressed, and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon he would on the street showing of this elegance. He would stop rig at the cathedral petrol and lucky. He called currently his concurrently placed on one of the cathedral domes. A leader the things could make out very clearly the cochlear put in the one of the domes of the cathedral frowned, as if it bothered him that the image of the animal which show a place so hint in the city, which at the defiant magistur he said that cohere what no sense of cocktail for making agreement of contempt. He was walking to Marianne, the woman who made his heart beat faster. She was the owner of liquor store. They tell that woman was a very beautiful lady that called the attention of all the men of the neighborhood and of the city, each one dreamed in the form of having his their loves for that reason the woman that when to listen the mass were frightened went passing by this establishment and they left accompanied by their husbands. They urged them not to look, not even of the corner of the earth, the place, not Raman, entrance in the premise, and she spent over taking my fabric with her friends and his passage of drink. She transformed his build in a repulsive and abusive being. She began to grow carajo and insults to everybody. The ones that believes man will say in front of me to see if she makes For me, there is no co-chiral work. He becomes a repulsive and abusive babe. He starts to throw insults and insults to everyone whoever he throws would be in front of me. Let's see if he wants to eat. For me, there was no cooking what work it. He handstands cooker of the cathedral. He repaired over against the show this happened every time he drank, and there were no people who would signs from it. He needs to call his attention to the raids that he puts together by myself every night after leaving the cantina de Linda Marianas. One night after having too many drinks and after the usual time went to yours to retake. Who knows if it is what's 10 or 11 o'clock at night. He passed during the parliament of the cathedral and remembered the cocktail and luncheons and insults. He looked at our standing as contempt, frightened. So sooner had he finished saying, when the large shadow came down from when he called barely. His come Frank was the cocktail who had become Larry chased his legs and tore with his skull the leg of the nobleman who was going to the one stone some fry. He finished saying a big shadow came down from here. He could hardly sit with dark fry. It was the rooster that had become bigger. It raised its legs and stood with its cool the leg of the novella, who fell going to the new floor. The birds raised and gave him a big piece in the heat that made him see what him there. Or if it's be that was happening to him, the Brahman began to ask for forgiveness and clemency to the animal. No more, please, no more, please, no more, please. I will not orange insult you, mercy, mercy. Although I am and arrogant signs the rooster with him a booming voice. No more forgiveness, forgiveness. Please don't, the Ramons is sure and I will not offend anyone, anyone. With respect, no more. I will walked. What do you say to continue drinking in the container wheel to Norwich drink? I will no longer take, I will no longer drink if you mercy ask me the rooster to give him another sacrosanct peg, and before that happens the Ramachons no more drinking. I will no longer drinking it. I will no longer drink, and I will for the job of the morning promise is that you will no longer drink. I called the people, including me. I asked the roster Steffi. I promise. It shall. Then the Ramot. The black shadow of the roster disappears, and the wanted and dejected aristocrat goes home. It decides that Don Ramon Ayala y Sandoval. From that night on, there was another man. He became respected his meant and stopped drinking liquor until one day some friends prepared a feast in his honor. This passes him to Baron Pistela, and he could not stand the thirst to drink it. And then he ended up again hit the place of the Chola Mariana. Thanks you for hearing this legend.